Today we're going to be following the career of the worst cornerback ever. To do that, we had to find a white cornerback. Create the worst cornerback ever. Introducing Amir McLaughlin, the 84 speed, 6 foot tall cornerback. I thought I actually put him at 5'11". I don't know where he gained that inch. Hey, I wish I could gain one. Be up to 4. But change of direction, agility, speed, excel. Not the fastest guy in the world. Really curious to see if this is going to be a player that actually can play well or not, because the edge rusher one didn't really go so well, but the wide receiver one did. Speed didn't really matter there. I really wonder if it's going to matter here, or if it really will be overall. But to find these ratings, we'll show you where we got them from. The speed we got from Bump Cooper, what a cool name. The strength from Abrams Drain. The agility from McLaughlin. The acceleration from Boykin. The awareness from Heslop. Now the juke ratings and whatnot I did add, but we're not going to follow them because it really doesn't matter. You can see Tyson Campbell is the lowest, the trucking, Armstrong, yada yada. We did add them though. Change of direction, Najee Thompson. Catching from Amir Speed. Jumping from Needham. Tackle from Tomlinson. Hit power from Womack. Block shed from Avery. Pursuit from McLaughlin, or McLaughlin, whatever. Play rec from Bobby Price. Man coverage from Bobby Price. Zone coverage from Armstrong. Press from Trey Tomlinson. Stamina from Butler, injury from Verrett, and toughness from Darby. Now we're starting on the Raiders because I don't know if I would say they had the worst corners, but just off the top of my head when I was kind of thinking of which team I wanted to start on, they were one of the first teams that I thought of, and I think realistically here as we're going through this, I might actually be correct. Maybe there's a team so far I haven't seen. There's been a couple of close calls, but for the most part, there's not like an overwhelming, obvious choice that is worse than them. Oh, maybe the Jaguars, but even then they have Campbell and Jones. I guess you do have Hobbs here. So if not the Raiders, the Jaguars are probably the worst team, but very equal. If not for the speed, I would definitely prefer the Jaguars, but got a little bit of speed here. So either the Raiders or the Jaguars, 1A, 1B, whatever. Oh, look at this. A Commanders-Chiefs Super Bowl. That would definitely be unexpected. Don't get me wrong. I think the Commanders have the potential. It's just, if you're going to bet on it, that's probably not the one you're betting unless you're like, hey, I need a win badly. I'm taking the odds. And yeah, the Chiefs win anyway, so you've just lost everything. Your kneecaps are gone, bucko. Well, they lost Hobbs, so yeah, the Raiders are definitely now the worst cornerback team. I just know the future, that's all it was. Speaking of the future, let me know which position you want to see next. We definitely have a couple we can still do. Defensive tackle, off-ball linebacker, safety if we really wanted to, maybe tight end on offense. And yeah, be very curious to see that. Also, while you're in the comment section below, maybe leave a like if you end up enjoying the video. Subscribe if you're new. We do a ton of random franchise stuff here on the channel. And also other career stuff we could easily do following the career of, Travis Hunter, whatever. Future kind of stuff. Or re-simming the career of past players. We've done that many different times. Rodgers, one of the greatest ever, yet only one Super Bowl. Haha, El Bozo. But, yeah, let's see who ends up taking our boy Amir McLaughlin. I don't know if it's McLaughlin or McLaughlin. I think McLaughlin is probably more correct. Been seeing this top 2 matchup or top 2 lineup with this draft class quite a bit. I like this draft class the most because I think it has more realistic ratings. Almost every other draft class we've seen is everyone's an 80 overall. It's why? Why? And Amir McLaughlin goes to the Packers. Is this not back-to-back Packers? Am I crazy or am I crazy? I might be crazy. Am I? I will say, as a Packers fan, Green Bay definitely needs a corner. If they grab a corner like that, though, I'm going to be done. It seems like Green Bay corners have been selling their playoff runs since the beginning of time. Not that I'm saying, Keyshawn Nixon or Carrington Valentine against the Eagles were the sole reasons they lost, but there were some moments there that definitely didn't help. And then, of course, Kevin King. That was, I don't want to say a single-handed loss to the Buccaneers, but arguably a single-handed loss to the Buccaneers. Either way, let's take a look at Amir McLaughlin, who is an X Factor and is going to need a lot of work. We obviously will be putting him at number 1, number 2, one of that kind of range, but yeah, this could be an elite duo, after 2 seasons in the 70s, maybe 80s. Got Jair there. See if they keep him around for a while. DT, definitely a need. Edge, definitely a need. Another cornerback, I can see it. I mean, I don't hate this draft. I really don't. Like, realistically, if Green Bay goes wide receiver, it needs to be in the first round or fourth or later. So I do kind of agree, like, hey, it's no point in the second or the third. But they need kind of a proven talent. Yeah, I don't know if you're going to really get that outside of the first often. Your odds aren't the best. But let's follow the career of McGlothern. Let's go to Green Bay. Oh, come on. I simmed to the regular season, and they just released him. He was your first-round pick, buddy. What are you doing? Oh, he's on the practice squad. Okay, I mean, I kind of understand that, but let's get him on the damn starting squad, will we? Gotta give him a 4-year deal on top of it. Oh, it's unbelievable. Brother, where did he just go? Or is it because we don't have any room? Please. All right, looking at the Packers team for the first season in this following the career, we got McGlothern finally out there as a starter, the X Factor cornerback too. Let's see how quick he can glow up. See what kind of, they have man-to-man as his main thing. Man-to-man's usually the best way to go. Usually get a lot of zone upgrades in there as well. If he sticks with the man-to-man archetype, feeling pretty good about his chances of developing very, very quickly. Packers in the playoffs, seemingly not winning the division. The 5th seed at 12-5. Jacobs, number 1 running back with 1,800 rushing yards. Let's take a look at the defense. See if those numbers are looking any decent. McGlothern did have 2 picks. That tells me that the speed doesn't really play that much of a factor. 2 picks for a low overall like that. Obviously now he's a 56 overall, but that's really impressive. That's really good. Also, he's kind of pulling away a little bit with that archetype, which we really want to see. We want to see that man-to-man archetype get up there. And, he can be a 99 overall in no time. I feel pretty confident that if he sticks to man-to-man with his archetype on 150 XP sliders, kind of my rebuild standard, I feel pretty good about him, becoming a 99 overall in this one. Let's see if he got Rookie of the Year. Highly doubt it. Was on the list, though, top 10. Number 8 with 2 interceptions. See, those can improve over time. Don't really know how many catching upgrades you get, because that should be one that EA doesn't mind allowing up, right? Like base ratings like jump, speed, excel, agility, all that stuff. I get limiting that, but catching you can obviously work on. We see it all the time in receivers, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's how it goes in the game or not. But let's take a look. First round. Packers lose to the Panthers, dude. Oh, my God. I don't even want to... Well, I guess I do want to see because it's a rookie year. I want to see if McGlothern had, a pick. Maybe he cooked up. Had like 3 interceptions or something crazy. Can you imagine? 3 interceptions and lost. 0 picks, so there's not even a point in looking. Looking at the draft, Green Bay goes wide receiver, running back, and tackle. Another running back in the 5th round as well. I guess they're really gearing up for Jacobs being gone at some point, but... in our Packers rebuild we just did, he made it almost the entire 4 years we did. Spoiler alert. I don't know. He's, I guess they don't believe him as much as we did. Here we have the results of last season's switch to this season. Elton Jenkins goes to superstar. Jordan Love to superstar. They end up getting rid of Dobbs. They have Sheldon now. So outside of Devontae joining the team, basically kind of the route we went in our rebuild of them. Defensively, Grant, nice addition there, but McGlothern, 757 overall, so 11 overalls after the first season. Hey, back in the playoffs, 13-4, got the division, but not the number 1 seed. 4 teams were tied for 13-4. Jacobs, number 1 yards again. Jordan Love, pretty good stuff. Jacobs, unbelievable, one of the greatest rushing performances of all time. Let's take a look at McGlothern. 2 interceptions again. I'll take the consistency, especially for, once again, a really low overall. What is he now? 65 overall. Okay, he's a 23-year-old, about to be 23-year-old. That's not bad. Have yet to see any athleticism upgrades, I don't think. Catching, I think, is up, though, right? I think he started 52, 53. Don't think he had 54. Pretty certain about that one. I will say, though, his tackling is still 43. Not really sure why that's the case, because I don't really see a reason any other archetype would really matter for tackling, right? Like, you would think man-to-man, maybe slot would be the top 2 archetypes for a real-life player needing to tackle at corner. Not that zone wouldn't be, but, zone I would kind of see a little bit more as like an out-of-bounds type route. Sort of, kind of. That's not really true. So, yeah, even then, I don't really see a reason why. Of course, 2 interceptions is not going to get you any sort of award in the NFL, other than like a participation trophy, which, hey, we'll take, because there could be nothing in the future for this team. The Giants, they beat, not going against the other NFC East opponent, one of the other NFCs. The whole NFC East, huh? Okay, we'll take it. We'll play the whole NFC East. Why not? That's actually kind of crazy. I don't know if that's ever happened. Did we lose? Did we win? Contract extended. That's unfortunate. Is this literally a Super Bowl rematch from last season? I'm pretty damn sure it was. Oh, not a good draft. Matthew Sheldon's the only kind of redeemable player here. I guess this guy, he's 293 speed, who knows, but ooh, damn, I don't know if Sheldon was a superstar all out the gate, but he went up 13 overalls after that season. What were his stats? Okay, that was a ridiculous season, in fairness. I've been basically letting them decide who's the starter outside of McGlothern. We made him the starter every single time, but yeah. Edge Cooper also, I don't think he went to X Factor the entire rebuild for me with the Packers. McGlothern, though, 68 overall. Tackling went up a little bit. We know that for sure. Obviously, athleticism has not moved a bit, but he's got 4 interceptions in 2 seasons. I mean, that's not bad. Another 12-5 season. Another season where Jacobs is the #1 running back. I'm telling you, these fall in the career videos, you join the Packers and you get yourself a decent outlook. You just don't ever win the Super Bowl, unfortunately. McGlothern, no interceptions. We talked about consistency. Brothers, why do they bench him? They legitimately benched him. Well, it looks like we're doing the same thing we did before, where we dropped the age a year, which technically benefits the player, so we'll take it. But, yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I got to do. We're going to make him a little bit lower in age. All right, straight to the Super Bowl. Slow Simeon each week hasn't really helped us. It's going to be the Philadelphia Eagles and the Baltimore Ravens 3 straight years, I'm pretty sure. Never had that happen in a rebuild before. I'm pretty damn sure. I do not believe that has ever happened to me in a rebuild. Not that I really care too much. If our team's not making it, I don't really give a damn who is. But that is wild. I'm pretty sure, right? Last 3. That is crazy. Yeah, the Ravens went in, and then the Eagles finally get their revenge. That is wild, though. I'm sure the viewership would be through the roof, obviously. Draft recap, a right end, a left end, a wide receiver, and a DT. I don't hate it. Updated look at the team, still looking pretty strong. Obviously, Jacobs is regressing, might even be his final year of being like a true 90+. McGlothern, the 73 overall, we've got him fixed up. That one season doesn't count. 23-year-old is definitely developing very rapidly. Every single season, 12-5, huh? It's like, I swear, it's been like 4 straight years of 12-5, which I don't hate. Be nice to get that bye week, but 13-4, 12-5. It's basically locked in at this rate. Jacobs, not in the top 3. Definitely a sign of the end times. McGlothern, definitely going to be starting this time. Gets 3 interceptions. 78 overall. 83. Excuse me, I apologize. 99 man coverage. That is wild. 99 man coverage. Excel also went up 1, it seems. We'll take that. Tackling's up to 56. 99 man coverage is a 23, about to be 24-year-old. Not too bad. Some would say not too bad. 3 interceptions isn't great, but maybe he'll get in the list for DB. Number 7. Okay. If any of these guys are safeties, which they're not, I was about to say maybe a chance at the Pro Bowl. Not going to be the case, but still impressive. 7 interceptions in 3 years. Realistically, that 1 year you got benched. Game's stupid. Super Bowl. Okay, we'll go in here. I mean, might as well. Halftime score 13-7, 14-13 with a lead. Up by 4, 24-13. Green Bay's got a chance here, and they will win. So McGlothern will at least retire a Super Bowl champion. Not too shabby for the worst cornerback ever. Very early in his career, there is still time to develop. Man, the glazing of the Packers lately on this channel has been astronomical. It needs to be studied for generations. Man, he's down bad after that wildcard round. Trust me, it has nothing to do with that. For whatever reason, Green Bay is just a good spot for half the damn players we're going for here. I mean, even middle line, well, maybe a middle linebacker one they'll have no chance to go for, because even though they could use a different linebacker, true middle linebacker isn't needed. But yeah, let's see if McGlothern maybe had something to do with this win. Probably not, right? Well, we did have 2 picks. That'd be so cool if he had one of them. Tell me he had one of them. Oh, man, that would have been so sick. Unfortunate, but still a win nonetheless. Pick 32, they end up going middle linebacker, just like we talked about, ironically enough. Wide receiver in the second round wasn't so good, and then a right guard in the third, which was really solid. Surprised to see him get that good of a guard at 32. Usually it's a center or you have to go higher. Jacobs, like we said, is an 85 overall. He has regressed mad bad. I don't know what that means, but Fleming's going to be the new center for this team. And then looking at defense, McLaughlin, the 84 overall now. 24 years old. He is superb. Press is crazy good. Still slow as hell, but, you know, he's gotten some interceptions and he's developing well. Hey, 12-5 was good enough for a bye week this time around. Surprising me because it's Jacobs' worst overall as a player. And, yeah, he is not playing well for this team. Looking at the defense, McLaughlin, you know, not getting the huge numbers yet interceptions-wise, but another 2 to 3 a season. I mean, it adds up, I suppose. Still really lacking in that speed. He did get another acceleration, though, which is nice. So it's nice to see that those upgrades exist. Problem is, you got to look at how many upgrades he probably had. Had to be at least 40, I would say, by now, because obviously overalls are not going to go up every single time. 30 to 40 upgrades, yet only 2 acceleration. That is tough. You know, I get it, right? Like, once again, you got a guy that's like 90 speed, 6'2 wide receiver. It's pretty dumb when he gets to 94, 95 speed by the end of a franchise, but at the same time, the fun aspect, just let it happen, dude. Maybe let people turn it on or off in their franchises or something like that. You know, it just, like, I miss those upgrades. Do you guys not miss those upgrades? Like going scrambler on a QB and getting like a +1, +2 to speed? Like, those were fun, dude. I get it, right? I understand. I'm not really for or against it necessarily, but maybe throw a slider in there. Why not, right? Super Bowl between the Bengals and the Cardinals was one for the ages, 35 to 34, as we are now moving on to another draft. In the draft, they go, I would assume, edge rusher. Then they go wide receiver. Then they go corner. I don't know what position this guy needs to play. Left end, probably. Huge player, 6'6", 250. Jacobs is still the starter as a 77 overall. Jaden Reed also only an 84 overall. Now 30 years old. So yeah, we're definitely a bit down there, down the line. McLaughlin, cornerback 2, 88, 87 overall, actually. Any speed, nothing like that. Press and man are insane. Zone is up there, too. Tackling's finally getting there. Catching's still a bit low, but he's definitely a good corner. Just, once again, doesn't have that speed, but doesn't seem to have mattered yet. Ooh, 7-10. Not very good of a season. But as long as McLaughlin did well, that's all that matters to me. He had 2 interceptions yet again. Pick 7 overall. The Packers go wide receiver, left tackle, wide receiver again. A free safety and another running back. Still starting Jacobs, though, which is wild. Reed gets the X Factor, and then defensively, McLaughlin has taken the top spot at corner. Another 7-10, missing the playoffs season. Let's take a look at those interceptions. Can we get higher than 2 or 3, please? 1. Okay. They're like, nah, you can have less. How about that? You ask for more, you get less. Feels like he's been in the league for a million years now. 87 acceleration now. Maxed man zone, press, and play rec ratings and awareness. Tackling's 85 as well. You're kind of run out of upgrades at this point. In the 90s now with all those base ratings max. If he had any sort of speed, he probably would be, you know, a 99 overall already. 4 70-plus overall players in this draft. What is this team doing? They're holding on for dear life to some of the guys that just need to be replaced. Just let them go. Let Jacobs die. Please, let him go. Cornerbacks, McLaughlin is the only kind of good cornerback on this team now. He's 27. Once again, super good coverage ratings and all that. Just speed sucks. Oh, 7-10. We thought it couldn't get any worse, and here we are, 5-12 now. Really good touch on a pick ratio there for Love. McLaughlin, 8 picks. He's him. Oh, hold on. Let me put my pants on. He gets a speed upgrade. It's actually possible. Look, +1 to speed. Things are happening. What is this season? This season's goated. Best DB. If he's not best DB, I'm done. I'm just done. Just simply done. I don't know what to tell you. I guess maybe you should have had him at number 1 this whole time, huh? A little more realistic, though, to not be number 1. It's already bad enough we're forcing him to start. Look at him go. Could he have won Defensive Player of the Year, actually? He was number 5 for a DB. That's pretty damn good. That's obviously a Pro Bowl, as he just won Best DB in general, let alone being one of the top 3, top 4, top 5 DBs, whatever their amount of corners they put in the Pro Bowl. Unbelievable. Wow, 8 interceptions. I mean, that's one of the best interception seasons I've seen in Sim in general, let alone, for a series like this. We'll definitely take it. Damn, look at these overalls. I know it's a middle linebacker, but 79, 77, 72 for the pick 3 overall. I also noticed that the team got Stingley in the offseason, and he's still a pretty good overall, so this team's got corners again. Jordan Love's now under a 90 overall, which is definitely concerning, but the team really went all out for corner. I know they're a little bit on the older side, but Stingley and Mitchell with McGlothern, this team's corners are by far the best in the league. Back in the conversation, but still not back in the playoffs. I highly doubt we're going to be able to replicate 8 interceptions in a year, but let's try. Damn, only 1 interception after 8 is tough business. A couple of trench players and yet another wide receiver. Man, this team loves taking their wide receivers. Damn, Jordan Love's even lower than before. Let's take a look at the corners. McGlothern, the 94 overall. Still got Stingley and Quignon here. 29 years old for McGlothern. Basically everything 99. Speed and excel. I mean, you want better, but it could be worse. Barely. Ooh, 0 interceptions this season. What's going on, dude? He's 94 overall, 95 overall, and all of a sudden the picks are just gone. 68 overall quarterback. I don't know if that's really going to get the job done. Oh, he is hitting. Okay, maybe I'm a little judgmental too early on. Right end and a corner to go with it. Really slow corner. They love their slow corners. 87 speed corners, super slow. But, yeah, also a regression from McGlothern already, down 2 overalls at 30 years old. So, if he had 0 picks last year, I'm just saying. Oh, 11-6, a little surprised. I mean, I don't know really where this came from. Other teams maybe regressing further. Jordan Love did have another good year, I suppose, but a little surprised to see it. McGlothern backed on the interception totals list. We'll take it. 2 of them. Not much to write home about, but it's more to write home about than 0. And they're back in the playoffs. Maybe another Super Bowl win. Remember, McGlothern is a Super Bowl champion, so that's already better than a lot of people can say. And we do not make the Super Bowls, the Cowboys and the Bills. More defense for the team. I don't know if that was the reason why they felt they lost, but I'd love to see what overall this offense is looking like, because Jordan Love's still around, surprisingly. Damn, Love's a 75 overall. Maybe you start McDonald, I'm not sure, but defensively, McGlothern and Stingley still strong enough. McGlothern, the 91 overall. Let's take a look at that regression now. Just don't do the speed, right? I mean, he's already slow enough. I don't think he deserves even more slowness. Playoffs again, 11-6. Come on, McGlothern, another 8. Who says you can't do another 8 interception season? 4? Hey, I am willing to allow 4. That is A-okay in my book. 4 interceptions, 92 overall. Still really good. Just athleticism's lacking. And unfortunately, kind of as expected, no playoffs again. The Lions are in, going against the Titans, in which the Lions do win 9-8. Damn. McGlothern does regress 3 overalls, but he doesn't lose any speed, so give some respect for not making him even worse. Oh, quarterback in the first round, Delbert. Delbert, okay. Don't know how I feel great about Delbert, but he is hitting Dev. Brand new QB1, it seems. And they might not even be starting Delbert because they got freaking Maddox starting here. Once again, looking like Frankenstein. Yeah, I mean, the offense is definitely not looking as good as it once was. Cornerbacks definitely dropped off hard here. The whole defense has dropped off hard here. But McGlothern, 89 overall, still going strong enough. Can he get another 8 interception season? He's kind of running out of time for that, in my opinion. 4-13, definitely not touching the playoffs this season. Let's see if McGlothern had another interception year. One interception. Definitely needing to take a look at those career numbers soonish. I guess we'll take a look now real quick. Only 28 picks, but I suppose most cornerbacks don't even come close to 28, let alone 40 or plus. Let's take a look at the awards. Had to at least have 1 Pro Bowl, maybe more than 1. Damn, it's just 1. That 8 interception season. No, it's 3 Pro Bowls. I'm blind. 3 Pro Bowls, 1 league leader in picks, 1 best DB, also drafted 22nd overall. Not bad, right? Almost 1,000 total tackles. He get that next season. 3.5 sacks, 28 interceptions, 1 fumble recovery. Unfortunately, no touchdowns. But if you look around the league, like, where does that rank with some of the others? I mean, that guy's an X Factor, 27 picks. It's not bad. It's not bad, especially when you basically consider the first 4 or 5 seasons a complete waste compared to some of these other players. It could definitely be worse. Oh, damn, 3 overall. They go with Isaiah Carman, a running back, 80 overall. He's going to be one of those star devs, I imagine, but he looks really, really good, obviously. Let's see what he is. He is superstar. Very good. 88 overall, McGlothern. He is nearing the end. I've seen guys retire at 34, let alone 35. So maybe 2 more seasons left if he's lucky, this and the next. But we'll definitely be keeping an eye out on that. Take a look at the updated stats after this year. Although, will there be anything to look at? Because he's only had 1 or 2 a year. But I mean, you can, like I said, you compare that to Will Johnson, who was the first pick overall. He only had 28 or 29. So I mean, he was right up there with our guy, so, it's all about the devs sometimes, and obviously with that low of a speed, to compete at all is really surprising. No playoffs, no one's surprised. Interceptions, 5, okay, there you go. 5 interceptions for McGlothern. Might even be ahead of Will again. I don't want to see this. 33 interceptions, okay. Can we see across the league? Oh, it does show it. Number 2 for interceptions. Oh, wow. Holloman with 7 years in the league, technically 8, putting up some numbers. But yeah, I mean, compare that to Will Johnson, and I mean, that's comparable, right? Will Johnson maybe played 1 less season when you consider the fact that we dropped our guys' age a year, but we'll take it. We'll definitely take it. We'll go to the Super Bowl real quick, see those awards, just in case he retires at 34. Another Pro Bowl appearance. Must have been from this 5 interception season. They're preparing for the end. They go cornerback. Really high overall one. Probably normal dev, right? No. Every time I go with a high corner overall wise, they're always normal. But no, the AI gets dev and overall. Why not? Could genuinely be the final season, as 35 is usually the cutoff point for pretty much every player that isn't a quarterback, kicker, punter, or maybe edge rusher, maybe tight end, but most of them, 35, usually is the retirement no matter what their overall is. So we'll see. We'll be on the lookout. 2 interceptions for McGlothern, who I think finishes with, I mean, assuming he retires here, 35 interceptions on the nose, 4 sacks, 27 tackles for loss, 1,138 tackles in general, and he also bumped his recovery and fumble force numbers up near the end of his career, playing smarter, not harder, if you will, on his way to potentially, like I said, that retirement. Unfortunately, 7-10, 2 interceptions isn't going to get them Pro Bowl. So 4 Pro Bowls, a best league interceptor, and a best DB award, assuming it is all over from here, which you never know. It could be, he could continue playing on. We'll see. And yes, as we expected, Amir McGlothern retires after 15 years, technically 14 years, because obviously we had that 15th year because they benched him, so we had to drop a year. So it is the age. So realistically, if we wanted to, we probably could just pull back the age every time and have a guy never retire. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for this one. Not a bad career, right? 1 interception, 35 touchdown interceptions, 2 forced fumbles, 2 recoveries, over 1,000 tackles. Don't know if we'd be able to see him super high on the legacy leaderboard, but maybe, right? Like, let's see. Maybe we'll find him. And he didn't quite get to 10,000 legacy, which I don't know how it was before, but I'm pretty sure Madden used to be basically say if you got to 10,000 legacy, you were a Hall of Famer. So he might have just missed out on the Hall of Fame. Just might have. Not sure, though, because that's, I mean, a pretty decent legacy score. But yeah, once again, let me know in the comment section below which position you would like to see next. If there's a different type of series idea you have, let me know that as well, because obviously we could do following the career once again of like Travis Hunter or any upcoming rookies, or once again, going for the re-careers, re-simming the careers of past players that maybe failed or, you know, maybe didn't do as much as one thought, or there was an injury, whatever it might be. Regardless, though, appreciate you all watching. If you did enjoy, maybe leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, I do appreciate continued support here on the channel. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, PK Plays for non-Madden content, where we might have Indiana Jones later today. I'm not 100% sure. Tomorrow we will have 2 videos, though, and then Sunday likely a rebuild. So be on the lookout for all that. Check out the Packers rebuild we did yesterday. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya. And once again, shout out to all the members of the channel. Appreciate you guys a ton. If you're not a member out there and you're thinking about becoming one, click the join button. It's next to the subscribe button, and all the details will be in there. I don't know why I always struggle getting the next to the subscribe button. I just say that, all right? And yeah, we had our monthly rebuild for members only the other day, so give that a go. Check it out. Regardless, remember, not appreciate y'all watching, and see ya.